to remain. The risk is grind time. I need grind time. I need
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And what they did well in that game, Kevin, was attack.
Let's go. You're in.
Dang, about time.
Jesus, really? Oh my God, my guy's got an attitude problem.
So in the game for the Timberwolves,
My guy's got an attitude problem all of a sudden. He dropped 33 games last.
And it's Pekovic in at the center
He
position.
dropped 33 points last game, and now he's coughing up an attitude.
Shot is off. Good D by
Okay.
Rubio. Mr. Move checked in for the Timberwolves. Well, there's no
All right, let's go.
range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men.
That was literally a.
So much value in having a big man who can.
Dunleavy used to play for the Cavs. I mean, he played for Cavs for a very short time, but yeah, he did play for Cavs at one point. Now he's on the Hawks.
Because of his accuracy from three-point lane. Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
Who, Derrick Rose, Mr. Glass Knees.
Pass to Gibson. Dishes it to Noah.
Taj Gibson, who is not on the Bulls anymore. He's actually on the Thunder now.
From 13
He
feet,
made
goes
that.
down.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Wide
Minnesota's
open.
gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Moves.
Oh, here we go. Give me that layup. Let's go.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
And once again, I'm saving my BC. I need to up my jump shot before I start focusing on the other stuff like playmaking, athlete, and
Now Butler.
defense.
He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte. Rose.
Because I feel like I can't really be effective unless my that effective unless my guy is able to at least be a solid three-point shooter.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Young's shot is off.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And so here is Chicago. Last time they met was in Minnesota where they beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was an easy win, mainly because they completely dominated the paint. The rebounding totals were really astounding.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's covered by Rose. Here's Mr. Moves. And misses
Are you
off the right
serious?
side of the rim.
My teammates are not getting open.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
But then again, who do I really have to work with? Because this was Wiggins' rookie year, and Karl-Anthony Towns was not.
Heinrich dishes to Butler. Right side, Butler. Mirotic has a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And now Chicago going with an almost
Oh my
entirely
God!
Joakim Noah. He's checked in
I
for
shouldn't really.
Gasol.
Once again, I should not really
Gibson
care.
comes in for Mirotic.
I should not really care all that much.
And it's Rose in for Jimmy Butler. Big group
There we
substitution
go, Brewer.
for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Young.
Once again, trying
Brewer
to
comes in
get
for
my
Wiggins.
points so I can get my
Mr.
skills
Moody
up.
checked in for J.J. Barea.
So I can do
And
whatever I
Rick
can
Rubio
to
checked in for Williams. So on the floor for Minnesota.
and make my guy to a start in my second season. Because there will be a season 2 to this, because no, because we pretty
He's on his way to the free throw line.
start getting like 10-day contracts and like halfway through the season, so there's really no need to.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Derrick Rose might be a superstar, but he doesn't lean towards the limelight. He said, I was always the kid who didn't say too much, and people didn't think I knew that much. But I followed everything that was going on in the room and always knew my surroundings. Paying attention to detail, that's part of being a point guard. Guys?
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. They set the screen. And Gibson kicks to Rose. 6 to shoot. No good. Good D by Rubio. Timberwolves trailed by 9. Here's Mr. Moves. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Tell you what, since the end of the first quarter, he has really come alive.
Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I think it makes
All right, let's
sense.
go.
As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, you get the ball back, one more shot.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you know, Taj Gibson was the 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC, and boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 positions, and he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
Here's Mr. Moves. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Mr. Moves got 6 points in the quarter.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
All right.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Timberwolves trail by
Why am
9.
I?
Rubio the pass to Mr. Moves. Brewer up top for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota. And we've...
Oh my God! I gotta get back in.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of this...
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
And McDermott
What,
subbed
wake
in for
up!
Dunleavy.
What was I
Minnesota also
sleeping?
making some changes. J.J. Barea's checked in for Brewer. And Mo Williams subbed in
You
for
guys, look
Ricky
at that.
D-Rose.
Kind of why I'm
And
leaving the
small forward
Timberwolves in
and
the
power
offseason.
forward, it's
I am
McDermott
not
and
staying
Gibson.
with this
And
team.
it's Mirotic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play a star player every minute
Let's go.
of the NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance.
And Perez heading off to the bench.
It's basically a balancing act. I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games.
Mr. Moves checked in for Minnesota. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And looking at player recovery,
Okay, let's
now
go.
with the ability to track player movement either with cameras or even sensors that players can wear, teams are better able to measure the workload of players, helping them make decisions
Mirotic,
about
oh my
where
God,
rest
he
is
does not
needed
look
and
like
when
that
it's needed, and
in
even
real
help
life.
predict
I guess because
when
not.
there's a risk of injury, and that's
I
really
guess
a
because now
golden moment.
he has that big
Again,
beard
another
now.
example of information being used to enhance player performance.
Chicago leading by 9. And here is Butler. Right now averaging 11 points a game. And there's the pass to Rose. Another one falls for Chicago. And guys, across sports, the key to winning is keeping your star players available.
Well, teams are learning a lot from player tracking. For one, morning shoot-arounds may be more draining than we realized, so some teams are cutting those down. And also, athletes do better with
Bang.
frequent short rests, so subbing often can leave players with more energy in crunch time.
Well, he's being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Yeah, because I got no freaking help. Why the hell did I sign with the Timberwolves? I should have signed with.
He's got 6.
I should-
McDermott with the screen.
I think
for
it might have had a better
Gibson.
chance of
Here's
signing with the
dish to Rose.
Pistons.
6 on the shot clock. At the elbow, McDermott. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Here's Mirotic. No luck. Great D that time from Vekovic. Timberwolves trailed by 9. Timberwolves passing it around. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. out of this world aerial skills for a guy of his size.
Kevin, that's what separates him from some of the other point guards around the league. The ability to rise and throw it down.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that spurs them on. Maybe sparks a little bit of a comeback here.
Butler against Williams. Fires at the elbow. And the jumper is on the mark. 6 points for Butler.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's covered by Rose.
How was that a turnover on
Just 2
me?
seconds between shot
That's not
clock
my
and game.
fault.
Rebound Minnesota. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easy.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Both free throws good for Mr. Moves. Here's Butler. He has 6. He dishes it to McDermott. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Why couldn't I be? Oh my god! I said I had to be the one to pass the ball in.
Well, it's been an and now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. On the court for Minnesota.
All right, y'all need to score
Rubio is
right
out
here.
there with Levine.
But then again, once again, actually focusing that
It's
much
Young
on.
in at the 4 slot. Levine kicks to Young to the
That
right
guy has
side.
a deformed face.
Rubio dishes to Pekovic. Just 5 on the clock.
I should be focusing on wins because I'm not going to the playoffs. No,
Yeah, but it could have been
Bang.
a bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds.
Are you serious?
For Levine.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Heinrich outside. And a wide open look for Noah. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist.
Noah has a very ugly jump shot.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Their high energy defensive.
Did he even
effort
try?
has paid off
Has Noah ever even tried to work on a jump shot?
And
Because
something else they've excelled at is their interior defense.
it seems like a shot you would.
Terrific game for Mr. Moves. He has
It seems like a shot you would
points.
attempt if it's like
He's dominated this
like
game.
if
Not only
like if
has
it's
he
your
got
like if you
impressive,
barely ever
he's gotten
shoot
open
jump shots,
for his teammates as
or
well.
pretty mainly like people who just new to basketball who just want to learn how. Because my jump shot is pretty normal, but I remember when I was young and I had to use both hands.
Here's Mr. Moves. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Mr. Moves got 11 in the second half. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's the screen. Now here's Heinrich. He's guarded closely. Here's Noah. And he
Should have tried to
benches
foul him. He
Noah's
can't make
got
free
4 this
throws.
quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable.
Again, I
offensive
shouldn't be
guys,
focusing on winning.
Has led them to this lead.
It's, all right, the focus on this for this season is to try to.
Passes it to Brewer. Here's Mr. Moves, defended by Dunleavy. Here's Mr. Moves, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his
All right, again, I gotta try to do it. But again, time to start padding some
I don't
stats.
think they'd have a chance without it.
Trying for me to start working on some stats.
Shoot from the right block. Shot is take it the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that Memphis game turns out.
Here's Mr. Moves. Had a chance.
How was that red?
But it's off target. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Butler.
2K, you be lying right now.
Since we hit half number 2, finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
I'm actually, I think because of the 2K nonsense that's always been going on, the 2K not caring about customers, I think I'm just gonna wait until they're like from freaking, there's like some pre-owned versions of the game.
And it's good.
Because in my opinion, I don't think 2K really deserves money right now.
Really hard to find fault with anything.
Because they don't put any effort into their game. All they really care about is money. So I think I'm just gonna start talking.
Roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 16 points for Rose.
Well, it's gotta be
Like, yo, NBA Live, y'all gotta step up.
A baseline J, and with that,
Y'all gotta step up and turn your
get back down to 10 points after they get
turn
the
your
bucket
games
from Mr.
around.
Moves.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
They double him with Butler. Kicks it to Brewer. Lets it go from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
I'm guarding my guy.
He kicks it to Noah. Dunleavy dishes to Noah. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Rose. Second chance shot. That's good. Noah's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, and that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Here's Mr. Moves. He's covered by Rose. And Gasol comes to help. Young with no one around. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Dunleavy's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
All right.
Butler kicks to Rose. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
And 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
Chicago making... Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Heinrich in for Butler.
2K! You're seriously not calling a foul on that?
He's checked in for
Shot
Nikola
blocked
Jokic.
by
Anthony Bennett comes in for Young. Chase Buttinger, he's checked in for
Somehow
Wiggins.
foul by
And Levine
McDermott.
subbed in for Corey Brewer. Levine passes to Mr. Moves. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse records than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but in the age of chartered flights, you could argue longer traveling distances are much less of a concern. And I would say amen to that.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
There's the pick. To halt the run, and he gets the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Now here's Rose. And so Chicago.
Well, first off,
Oh, that's it for tonight.